Alright then, like I said, Muslim player has no siege events. Now naturally, without the siege events on the card, we can do one of these. Call for surrender. But Saladin's gone with his good modifiers on that call for surrender. But he's got a resistance factor of 6, and that's a hard nut to crack. Blockade. We did not establish a blockade. Now that's a question I have. Can I try to establish another blockade? It says here that happens immediately and it requires no cards. So we already tried to establish one and failed. Is that good for the rest of the game, or for the whole siege? Starvation. It can only happen if you have a blockade. So now here's one of my options: Fortunes of War. Grab a card and immediately play the siege event. Taking a chance on that one, helping or hurt. And with the luck that the Muslim players have, I don't see that happening. And play siege events we don't have. We're going to try an assault, but like I said, that resistance factor is pretty far up there. That resistance factor counts as column shifts in the defender's favor. And there's a lot of column shifts there, I think. Another thing to do: activate some units with these ops values, or go for a diplomatic roll. And the assassins are currently neutral, but they have a couple of nice little assassin units. There's only 2 of them there, and then we got the old castle at the old Messiah. But yeah, outside the city walls, we got 1, 2, and a nice little assassin leader. So that could come into play. Maybe we'll do some diplomacy. I'm looking at some, what they're called, Ayyubid cavalry. Not much there. The ones I got, or rather are garrisoning cities. They're just holding on by their chinny chin chin. So all my eggs are in the Jerusalem basket. What to do? We're narrowing it down to Fortunes of War or diplomacy. We'll roll the dice. 1, 2, 3, Fortunes of War. 4, 5, 6, diplomacy. Be diplomatic. I'll be using this card here probably. Yeah, this one here has a +1. This I'll be playing on Christian players' attempt to use diplomacy. So this one here, I think you'd have to have a card with these numbers on it to play diplomacy. So I'll use this one and have a 0 modifier. But we will be attempting to bring the assassins on our side. We'll see what happens. Be back. Alright. If I'm looking at the right scenario here. Third Crusade, yeah. Let me see. Making sure this is the right one, but anyway. Christian player 19 and over 3 points. Victory conditions. Yeah, 25 plus. Right down here is 25 plus for the Muslim player. Yeah, that's it. Okay. We need a 0. Christian player's got a better chance. So we gotta get a 0 or less to influence the assassins. We don't get any modifiers. So I'll have to look and see what the procedure is, but if there's no modifiers, we won't be doing that. Be back. Alright, well, here's the modifiers. I need a 0 or less. But -2, control their capital, we don't do that. No events. If you have the diplomatic advantage marker, we don't have that, so it's almost impossible to do that. But we can go over here and you may play a diplomacy card to gain the marker if you do not possess it. This is just like influencing a power. See below. and a modifier on the card applies, so it'll be a 0 modifier. There is an additional +1 modifier if your opponent has the marker. The marker is now neutral, so none of that applies. You need to roll a 3 or less to gain the marker. This may be attempted once per turn. There's no chance for the marker to pass to your opponent, unlike any of the above methods. So for the Muslim player's turn, I'm going to try to get that marker. Putting that here and looking to roll a 3 or a less. And he gets it. So the diplomatic marker will now go over to the Muslim player's force pool. Yeah, I'll put it there. Alrighty, well, that'll take care of the Muslim player's turn. And we're back to the Christian player. See what goes on with his cards. Oh, and like with a broke hand. Next time you see me after tomorrow, I'll see if I don't know what you do with the knuckle that's busted, or whatever. Because he took a X-ray and he said he was gonna maybe make an appointment for Monday, but he called me right when he got that X-ray that day. He called me and said, "Come on into my office Monday." So I don't know if I'm gonna get these like demobilized. I hope I can't miss any work either. So we'll see. But yeah, that hand hurts. Playing with the 100-pound puppy. All right, let me look at these cards. We'll be right back. All right, well, the Christian player does have a D for defense card that he can use. And it is Sortie by the Besieged. Yeah, nice little force here. They figured old Saladin and them guys are hurting. All plague reduced. Leader's gone. We feel a little bit invincible. We can get touched by the plague. For some reason. But feeling that testosterone, all that godly cockiness, we might head on out and make a little sortie. Commit up to 2 steps to attack. Roll 1 die for each. 1 to 3, committed step is lost. 4 to 6, increase our resistance factor by 1. Castles may sortie interest in garrisons, but if unsuccessful, castles flip, draw a replacement card. That's what we will be doing. Sortie by Besieged. Be back. So it says, commit up to 2 steps for the attack. And I guess the old infantry will be the men we commit. So these are going to be the guys that come on out of the city to mess with some Muslim cavalry. How's that going to work out? Maybe at night? Some kind of sneak attack? But we're going to roll a die. And up to 2 steps for attack. Hold on, let me see this. Roll 1 die for each. Okay. Up to 2 steps for attack. Roll 1 die for each. So I roll a die twice? There's 2 steps and a freaking unit. Yep. Alright, I'll roll die twice. Roll 1 die for each. 1 to 3, committed step is lost. 4 to 6. Alright, well, that's what we're going to do. So we get to roll 2 for each step. There's 2 steps there. Rolling. Anything but a 1 and 3. 5. 4 to 6, increase resistance factor by 1. Alright. So, resistance factors go up to 7. Now we get to roll again. I like that card. Alright, let's see what happens here. Now if we, except for a loss, so far no casualties. Let's go with my high die roll. A 6. So, it is definitely a Christian's day in this game. Resistance factor 8. I think that's as high as it can go. But great job, great job, great job. No losses. Card back into the discard pile. And it is now the Muslim player's response. Be back. Alright then. Muslim player's turn. And before we, let me see. I got smacked by an invisible hand. It told me that I get to draw a replacement card. So, Christian player, Taking our placement card. Let's see what it says. Messenger intercepted. You may use this card to activate an army after choosing one of the following options. Opponent must reveal his hand, randomly draw a card from your opponent. Alright. And an attack or siege event. Oh, diplomatic card too, but no modifier. Huh. Well, I'll take that. So that'll increase. Give me a little bit of extra. Alright, now it's Muslim player's turn. We'll be right back. Alright, Muslim player's turn. And there's something here with the add 2 to call of surrender, but like I said, you ain't gonna get somebody to surrender with a resistance factor of 8. I could check it out. I'll do that, but another thing is an assault. I might have to go for it. You know, so I think that's got to be it. I got no more units. They're all up there holding the cities. It is not looking good for a Muslim player at all. What else? Oh, Fortunes of War. Fortunes of War. So we'll roll for that. We can't do no diplomacy because the only card I got adds 1 to the roll. We need at least a 0 or a -1. So we won't be using the diplomacy card for that. Won't be activating any leaders because there's no leaders to activate. So we have assault. We have a Fortunes of War. And I think that's it. Assault or Fortunes of War. Or withdraw. But where am I going to withdraw to? What's weaker? Where am I going to move my army to? 3. Well, there's a 1 victory point. There's 2 victory points there. At Karak. 1 victory point, I think, for the castle. And 1 for that there. Okay, let me look and see here. That would be could be easy pickings. Could be easy pickings. How many points do I need? I'll be right back. Alright, starts with 14. Muslim player needs 19 by turn 4. I start with 14. Ooh, that hurts. That's why Jerusalem was so important. So if I start with 14, there's 15, 16. I just need to start getting me some castles. 15, 16, 17. So underneath here to scenario rules. How much do I get for castles? We might have to go to a plan B. Christian player starts with Will arrive. Half a victory point for every castle. Ouch. Scored once. Alright, I thought maybe that's too good to be true. So we got us 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh man, that's a lot. That's a lot. Shoot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I gotta go on a big old streak. I ain't got how many cards left. Alright, well it might be a while till I post another video because it's going to take me that long to look and see what I want to do. I like to sit around here. We're going to have to figure us out a plan for the Muslim side. Things are looking bleak. It's all Crusaders.